Live. For 6 years, your live music video cast. Co-hosting from Austin, Texas, Mark Williams. And now streaming from Shinston, West Virginia. Here's your host, Scott Arnold.
It needs work. This is not... It still sounds like a robot to me. I don't know. How'd it sound to you guys? Not too shabby for 5 minutes of like... 5 minutes of work? I don't know. Welcome to the show. I is back. Now, we went through this last year. I looked at the... I watched the episode from last year. And I didn't want to confuse anybody right out the gate. So if you get confused during the show and you don't know what the band's called, or well, for one thing, it's on Al's hat. It's the lowercase I, and it's also right behind me. I had to turn an uppercase I into a lowercase I with just a period thing. So you'll get it. You'll get it. Welcome, guys. It's nice to have you back.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And Mark is back down in Texas.
We're all back.
We're all back. Yeah, it looks like are we wearing the same clothes? That's what I should have looked at that to see if we were wearing the same thing. I could have worn the same shirt. I'm sure I still have it.
I just got this shirt.
Did you? What is it?
It's a Bahamas shirt. My in-laws went to the Bahamas and.
Oh, you didn't get to go?
No, I got a shirt though.
My parents invited me to Hawaii next year. They're going on a trip to Hawaii, but I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't like to be on a plane that long, you know. I get really nervous on planes.
How long is it to Hawaii? Like 3 hours?
Well, I mean, from here, we gotta fly to I think Dallas. I think they're going to Dallas first, and then from Dallas over to Maui, which is like what 7 hours, something like that, from Dallas, something like that. Because from LA it'd be what 5-ish. Have you guys been to Hawaii? Any of you?
I haven't been.
No.
I don't know. I wonder if I could take a boat. You think there's any boats? I'm sure there's some kind of a shipping container I could jump in, right? I could fit. I mean,
They're on a livestock barge or something.
Yeah, if the refugees can fit, I can fit. You know, that's terrible. That's very nice. I don't know. How you guys been doing? I know you dropped an album recently, and I saw it came up on my Apple Music, and I was like, hell yeah, they dropped an album. And I kind of knew you guys, because you were promoting it and stuff too. So I kind of knew it. I just didn't know when, because there's so much music coming out a lot. But yeah, and the some of the songs are some of the ones we listened to, I think, last year, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those were
basically all the stuff we've been recording over the last 2-3 years.
Were some of those released, or some of those not released previously? Some of them, or were they all released?
Just
which one was that?
The new single "Circles," the only one that hasn't been released.
Okay.
Yeah, everything else was released as a single.
Okay.
And then this one was released on the album.
I don't remember Simile, but I played it for something. Played it for something, maybe my Instagram story or something. I can't remember, but I don't remember that one. But I like that one. It's my favorite one. They're all my favorite though.
Thank you.
Have you guys been playing a lot of shows or anything?
The last show we did was a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. We were supporting King's X at the Whiskey.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, we've been wanting to play with them for a very long time, and we finally got the opportunity.
A friend of mine, guys in Pittsburgh, I think they just opened for them. Aren't they on like a tour, or were they on a tour or something?
They still are, yeah.
I think in Pittsburgh, I didn't go to it, but I actually have their band logo tattooed on my arm. But they're called Dream the Heavy, and I'm pretty sure that's who they opened for, also. So but the Whiskey. Have you guys played there before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big deal place too, right? I mean, that's a pretty famous.
Yeah, it's historical, definitely.
Yeah.
What's it like? Yeah. What's it like now? There is it like I don't know. Is it like overrun by like greed like a lot of places, or is it like still legit?
Yes.
Both.
You
Yeah.
don't have to get too
All of
into it.
Yeah, it's still pay to play. You know, like most places out here.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then during the week, they usually have local bands, you know, to play. And then when they have touring bands coming through, you know, that's on the weekends. But it's a cool place, you know.
Is it
It's still
difficult to get booked in there?
to
Not even-
for support. Yeah, you have to like, you know, it took us a while to find the promoter to get us in.
Yeah.
But as far as like playing there, like on weekdays and stuff, it's not that hard. It's just a matter of, you know, getting a hold of them and, you know,
So
selling
the
tickets.
thing to do though is to find somebody touring or something and open it up for somebody big. So there's a crowd too. You know, you want a crowd.
If you want to play to someone besides your crowd, yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Was it sold out, or was there a lot of people?
Yeah, well, yes to both.
Was it nerve wracking? It had to have been a little bit nerve wracking, just a tiny bit, right?
Guys,
I would.
Not really. I mean, if to be totally honest, it's like that deal about don't meet your heroes, and they're definitely heroes of ours.
Yeah.
The fortunate thing is we didn't get to meet them at all because they were nowhere to be seen in the club the entire time that we were there during the sound check or anything. So that was probably good. They were very isolated from everybody else, so it's not like we're walking around like bumping into them and having the chance to feel nervous or intimidated, you know, that kind of thing. So
Yeah, I think they wouldn't be roaming around like the merch table and stuff. You know, it's just too not for security purposes, just because people would be swarming them. They would just never be able to, you know, let loose. Really, you know.
yeah, they did their meet and greet after the show. They were at the merch
Okay.
table during
That's-
their meet and greet. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, at least they did that then, yeah. Because a lot of bands will just hide. You know, they'll come out and they'll play, and then they'll just get back on the bus, and you know.
Yeah, they hung out.
yeah,
I actually just I had a band on about 2 years ago from LA called Spirit in the Room. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but I never thought that I would ever see them play or anything because they always play. They just never really toured much. But they're on tour right now with Down and Helmet, and because they're on Phil's label, Down and Pantera, and they came to Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago, and I got to meet him in person. He came out to the merch table and stuff, and I got to meet him and Olivia. They came out for like 5 minutes or something because they had to load up and go, but. That was cool, you know. Like they didn't have to, but I guess he came out, and I was hanging out kind of back there, but I didn't know when he was going to be able to come out. You know, they opened, and Helmet was playing, and I was watching a little bit of Helmet, and I was probably filming, but I was standing in the back, you know, and just kind of kept glancing over there to see if I could see him, and I go out to smoke, and I look at my phone, and he'd messaged me on Instagram, and he said, "I was just out there. I'm going to have to load up." I'm like, shit, you know, I was right there, you know, but you know, there's a bunch of people, and I was like, can you come back out real quick, you know, because I brought him like an envelope of like stickers and magnets from the show and stuff, and I just want to make sure I gave it to him, and he's like, yeah, he's like, give me like 5 minutes, I'll be out, and he came out. That was cool, you know, he didn't have to, but I'm Scott from Acute Mania Live, and it was important.
Right.
But I didn't get to get a shirt because the line was like forever. It was like the merch table for concerts there is like back by the bar, and this place is massive. And the end of the line was all the way up at the stage the whole time. And I was like, I'm not gonna stand in that line. I'll just get some online. You know, it's easier.
Yeah. You should have told them. Don't you know who I am?
I should have. Yes, I should have done that. But okay. Rob was with me for the show, and I was telling him about this when we were leaving because I didn't see him the whole time. He came in after I did, and we just never. Like one time out smoking, I saw him outside smoking, but after that, I didn't see him at all. But you know, I was telling him about how long the merch line was, and technically, after the rope cues thing, the line cue that they have these like the ribbons up or whatever, you know. Technically, there's no line after that. it's made by people. You know, like people make the lines. They get in line. They stand behind the other person, and the other person. That's how the lines form. But if there's no cue, I can technically just enter the line right there. There's no rules, right? I might get my ass kicked, but who cares? You know, worth it. You know who I am. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I don't know if you've ever noticed that. I mean, it could be with any kind of line, not really a merch line, but any kind. Like Disney World's different, or Disneyland, because they do have the long queues. You know, like that weave in and out and shit. But if that fills up and it's just nothing after that, and people line up just to line up, you technically don't have to stand behind those people because they're not in line. I mean, I could argue this for sure. I mean, right? I mean, it's a given at that point. I mean, there's no rules other than I guess it's just they put the queue there for people to be organized. But if it's not long enough, I'm getting right in where the queue is. You know.
You've lost all sense of courtesy.
Well, it's not courtesy. It's just they're dumb. The other people are dumb. Why would you stand behind somebody else? They might not even be in line. They just might be hanging out right there. You know. You'd be standing there for a good while. I mean, like, because the line was way back, and you can just, you know, some of those people had to be just, you know, watching helmet or down. You know, they weren't really standing in the line. They already had their shit. VIP.
You're quite the rebel.
Quite the what?
Rebel.
You're cutting out. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, you're quite the rebel.
I am. Yes. I try to be every once in a while. Not all the time. It gets exhausting after a while. I think. I don't know. Am I right about that though, or is that too crazy? I mean, would you guys do that? Would any of you do that? Just get in line where the queue ropes are.
Kind of decorum in modern society, Scott. That's okay. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even really being a rebel. It's just those people are stupid. Those people they get in line behind somebody else that's just standing there. You know, who knows if they're even in line? You know, I'm going to do it every time from now on. Who cares? What are they going to do? Kick me out? I've already seen the show. You know. I'll do it. I'll come out and see you guys play, and I won't stand. I won't stand behind everybody else that's not in the queue. I will stand in the queue. That's where I enter the line. Even outside, even to get in the venue.
There you go.
I thought about starting another podcast, but it turned out to be too much work. I only did like half of episode 1 because I was going to pre-record it and just talk about road rage the whole time. You know, because everybody gets it, and you know, some people murder people, and some people, you know, they can't really handle it. But I thought it would be a good, at least for me, a good therapy thing. Just talk it out, you know, like how stupid people are on the roadway, because they're really, really stupid around here. I'm sure they are in LA too, right?
Extra.
I've been out there one time, but it was before I could drive, so I didn't get to experience it. My dad did. He drove. Was it the 5? Is that the one that goes down to the border and back?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he drove that. And I don't know. I can't remember if it was scary or not. But I remember there was a bunch of lanes. You know, because we don't. I mean, we have 6 lanes here. It's pretty much the most we get in West Virginia, but. Yeah, it's interesting out there. They've been talking about like, you know how the big one, like the earthquakes. They've been talking a lot about that recently. Is that just because like the other countries are getting? I mean, they really can't predict when it's going to be, but it seems like they've been talking a lot about that lately, and it's just like it's got to be a little bit freaky, all right?
It's all the fault lines we live on.
There's been major earthquakes all along the Ring of Fire.
That's
everywhere, except California except the United States, all the way up to Alaska. So we may be overdue.
But they really can't tell you when it's going to happen. There's really no warning at all, is there? I mean, it just happens.
Keep an eye on your animals. Your animals will know before we do.
And birds and shit. Yeah.
Y'all get tremors and stuff before earthquakes, don't you? Like little
well,
like,
you get them all the time. I felt one when I was out there. Just you know.
I've never felt an earthquake. I've never been anywhere where one was out.
It's one of those things where like because we've had them in West Virginia, and actually the last time, I mean, it's very, very light, but my dad's a geologist, and we were actually together that day on a job site, and I was up on a ladder, and the ladder started shaking just for like 5 seconds. It wasn't very long, but it was quiet. It was just me and him out there, and he was like, "I think that was an earthquake," and he's never really experienced a tremor. He might have. I don't know. They travel a lot, but it was enough where I could. There was nothing else rattling the ladder. Like nothing else could have been doing that. But it's one of those things where like you'll know. I think you'll know what it is if you experience it, even if it's subtle like that.
Did you get scared?
No, it wasn't that much, and it wasn't very long, and it was over before you realized what it was, and then when my dad said that, he's like, I think that was an earthquake, and then of course it was on the news and everybody's talking about it shit because nothing happens around here, other than floods. We've gotten a lot of rain this year and it's been flooding like crazy, but
Yeah, we had a lot of little tremors constantly, not weekly, like monthly. We definitely little one here or there, but you get accustomed to it.
Have any of you experienced like a real I guess, what do you call it, a real big one?
The Whittier and the Santa Clarita one. I don't remember if we felt it down here or not, but I know the Whittier one was pretty brutal.
When was that one?
88, 89?
When was the what was it, the San Francisco one was real violent?
After the World Series, was that
the 80s also? Where the bridge was moving? I just remember that bridge moving like this. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was during the World Series. Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it doesn't ever happen ever again. I think it's inevitable.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
But I do remember, Al, last year we were talking about the fires because the fires had just occurred, I think.
Yeah.
And you said that I guess all you guys were infected in some way, but you for sure you mentioned that your work your work and stuff was down there. I assume you guys are back to as normal as you can be, I guess, right?
Yeah, it went from like a war zone to a construction zone. So now it's just all construction everywhere.
Is that everywhere? Are the neighborhoods coming back, or are they not?
Yeah, they're coming back. Like I said, it's just been nonstop construction. So houses in different stages of building all over Altadena now.
I still see that when I'm on Google Earth. I still see some of the neighborhoods and some of that stuff. It's updating. They update that stuff a lot, but there's still, and some of them aren't. It's not an old image. It's just some neighborhoods just aren't quite there yet. And
yeah, there's still a lot of empty lots, but there's a lot of construction. I would say it's 50-50, as far as construction and just empty lots.
That's good. Glad everybody's getting back. I did get some stuff for off stage here, so we'll be good for that, I think. Maybe. It's all stuff about LA, so hopefully you'll kind of. It looks like it's famous food landmarks, staples, cultural staples, phrases associated with Los Angeles. So we'll do something like that.
Oh, I know one of those.
Huh?
So I know one of those.
You know one of them?
Yeah, I know one.
What?
We'll wait till the off stage.
Okay.
And maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's not even from LA. I don't know.
We'll find out, I guess. Right. I do have a sponsor since you guys were on last. I have my buddy Ben. He's actually a music producer, and he produces my electronic stuff up in Pennsylvania. Something in my mouth. The hell that was?
David's beard.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's coming through the screen.
Yeah, he's shedding.
So scratchy, But Ben sponsors the offstage segment, and I was like, well, how long do you want to sponsor it for? And he's like, oh, just do it for the whole year, all 26. I'm like, really? So that's cool. So I have to do the offstage segment every show, But yeah, he does a great job. He does mixing and mastering and stuff. If you ever need anybody to master, he's just phenomenal at it. He does very good work. What do you say we listen to Circle? That's the one you guys said that wasn't released prior, right?
Right.
What do you want to say about this song before we hear it? Anything at all?
Go ahead. Someone say something.
It so totally rocks. It's what I can say about it.
That's it? That's all he's got.
Yeah, we got.
What in-depth analysis?
Yeah. Give us a little bit of scoop. The scoop. Give us the scoop.
I went through a phase in writing. It may not even sound like it when you hear the song, but I was listening to a lot of 60s psychedelic music, strangely. And the song won't sound like a 60s psychedelic song, but somehow in my head, it was influenced by 60s psychedelic.
All right. That's interesting. I don't think I've listened to this one yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Rock it up.
All righty. All right. Here's Circle by I. I like that one a lot. It's groovy.
Yeah, that
I
one's really
always
good.
always throw it to you, Mark. So I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, I have to agree. Yeah,
That's
that was really good.
What is that?
It sounded. I see where you were saying the 60 psychedelia,
Yeah,
psychedelic rock.
you can hear it in there. I think.
It's almost Steppenwolf in the music, or something like that.
Steppenwolf. Really?
Just the music. The vocals don't match at all, but it's just got that like hard rock driving, So it's something you could listen to on the road,
It's fun. It's a fun song. It's just sounds fun to me, because it just keeps driving. There's not really any quiet spots in it. It's definitely.
We're all about fun. We're a bunch of fun guys.
Yeah, like fungi, right? That's something that's like a dad joke, right?
We put the FU in fun.
There you go. Yeah, you should make shirts that say that. Where there's no I in team, it's in the a-hole, right?
Do you guys happen to be fans of the band All?
No, I don't think I've ever heard of them.
No, me neither.
No.
Are they new?
No, it's the band the Descendants became after the Descendants.
Oh no.
I don't know. Y'all should check them out. I don't know. I think there might be a little bit of similarities there. You might enjoy it.
I don't know if I told you guys this last year, but I get with your sound, not necessarily like exactly like or anything, but you there's a how do I say this? I hear a lot of the band live. I don't know why. I like not, but it's not like the style of the music because your style is different. But in some spots it's similar. But I don't know. For some reason, it reminds me of that band, which is a good thing. I mean, they're iconic.
Yeah, they're a good band.
One of my favorites too. So like, it's for some reason it's just some of it. When I was listening to the album, when I was mowing the grass the other day, I was playing the album, and I was because I remembered some of the songs on there, from last year and stuff, and I don't know if I mentioned that last year or not, but yeah, it reminds me of that. A little bit.
It makes the way of thinking that we're very song oriented. Like, believe it or not, a lot of the songs you could play around a campfire with an acoustic guitar because that's how a lot of them are written. And I think live was very much a songwriting kind of band. It wasn't like a riff heavy kind of metal band. So we can get heavy, but I think mostly we're doing songs.
Yeah, I've heard you guys be heavy before. The song we listened to last year was heavier. Or one of them, we listened to two of them. My mom doesn't chat in the YouTube chat. I don't know why. I keep telling her that all she has to do is sign up, and she doesn't even have to use her real name, all that stuff. But she always texts me while I'm on the show, and I have my phone right here. But she's watching.
Hi, Mom.
She always watches. And she said I could have rocked that back in the 70s or 80s. So that means she liked it, I think.
All right.
I'm sure she remembers you guys from last year.
I was gonna ask you guys, did you like self-record? Like, do you do all the work yourself, or do y'all go to a studio?
Studio.
Yeah. They did a really good job of capturing that vibe, like that late 70s, early 80s, sound.
But it still has
sound.
Like, I'm sorry, Mark, but it has that, but like it still has the I sound that it's familiar to me, sounding. But yeah, it does have that vibe. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry, just wanted to add that in there.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say like it's a good thing. It's not like overly digitized, and it doesn't sound all like
it's
garbage.
raw. It sounds raw.
Yeah.
Raw.
Shout out to our buddy Drew Jaimes at the compound in East LA, California, who that's the studio we work at. We've done all our work there. Andrew's a good friend of mine. I've known him for years. And it's a modern studio. We're running on Pro Tools, but we're trying very much not to sound like a digital recording. We're constantly trying not to sound that way because we like old stuff. So we like the more organic sound of analog tape, but that doesn't exist anymore. So it's really trying to get that kind of digital, mashed up, over compressed kind of sound out of the music that we finally produced. So shout out to Andrew.
I've had more and more bands on here, especially recently, and younger guys too, that are wanting to try not to sound like that in the studio, and because I think it just blew up there for a while, and bands are still doing it. Some bands have to, I guess, just depending on what their sound is. But a lot of bands that I talk to are they want that sound like you're talking about. They don't want that overly compressed stuff and artificial stuff in there that they have to put on a track when they go to play it live, and which is cool. It makes the atmosphere cool and stuff. But like, you don't want to have to do that all the time. You just get out and play. Sometimes I hate a huge intro and it's all a bunch of cinematics and shit happening, and it's like nothing that was on the album, and and it's like going to a play, or a movie or something. Which is it's cool, but like, just play the music. Just play, play the music.
Yeah, I agree.
My mom
Yeah,
said,
modern music, it's just easy because guys will do a lot of stuff. You asked if we did all of it on our own or we went to a studio. That's really the difference. A lot of guys are doing, honestly, they're doing their work in their bedroom. They're doing it on digital platforms on a computer. Everything's plug-in, which means they don't have amps, they don't have real drums.
pedals.
Everything's already there, squashed up and compressed. It's easy. It's easy to do, but there's a lot of, everything sounds the same when they're all using the same plugins. You're using the same programs, same drum machines, same drum replacement. Everything just sounds the same, Yeah. So we really want to be in that kind of easy, kind of, we can knock out a song in a week or something like that kind of vibe. We take a little more time to get it the way we want it to be.
Now, you bring up a good point, because the about the amps and things, to get a certain sound, and there's a shit ton of plugins. There's plugins coming out like daily, different ones, and the same thing with like pedals. I just got a Focusrite Scarlett audio interface for recording, and it came with a bunch of like a shit ton of like different plugins for whatever. I haven't even installed it yet because I don't know what I'd ever use it for. It's like 1,000 things. But okay, you guys probably know this better than I do, because I just don't know pedals that well. But so there's some guys that will show up to the venue with like a suitcase, and it's already laid out, already wired and everything. They just open it up, and then I know one band that every guitar player and bass player have the same setup, and it's one of those. It's a massive, like, so just one board, and everything's programmed in it already. Does that qualify as like a plug-in, or is that something that they load up from a computer? Like, I don't, because it's already just programmed. It's got those little buttons on it that they press with their foot. But like, I don't know how that stuff works. So
it's not an analog pedal, that's for sure.
Right. Yeah.
Totally digital. So
it's safe to assume it's probably from like a plug-in on the computer, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the modern stuff, pedal-wise, the old stuff is all analog. It doesn't matter. You just put your little lines and your little cables and you run it all. I'm still that way. But a lot of the new stuff, it's like you can buy a single pedal and then go online, and just like stuff you'd use in a studio, you could download, different patches and different things like that, and update everything online. And, you could change your stuff constantly, like in like a digital kind of modeling pedal. That happens a lot now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, for sure. I don't think it takes away from the sound. Guitar sounds like a guitar. But yeah, if it's overly, if you got like 6 different effects on top of it and you're playing it the whole song, yeah, it would be kind of, you wouldn't really be able to hear a note, really. I don't think,
Well, the difference about digital and analog and the old world and the modern world, I got no knocks on it. I'm old, look, gray beard. I do it the old way. The difference with digital and analog is when you're on stage and everything's digital and you don't really have an amp and you plug right into the PA and the sound's going out. It's all perfect. It sounds like you're listening to a CD in your ears.
Yeah.
The thing is, on stage, there's no air moving. There's no speakers that are pushing air.
Okay.
And very different feeling that modern guys do. Everything's in their in-ears.
Mm-hmm.
This is how they hear it. They're feeling music. They're not literally feeling air moving. Like when a kick drum hits and you're standing in front of it, you feel it. It's a feel, not it's stuff that hits you right in the chest. And, you know, that's the thrill of going to a rock concert from when I was a kid. You know, like you're getting hit sonically with waves of sound. You know, that's different now because when everything's compressed and digitized, it's very flat.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's the same. Getting hit like this instead
it's
of
still loud as shit though. Like when I was recently in Pittsburgh at that concert, I mean it was like it wasn't an arena, but you know it was a big it was stage AE, but it's a big place and it still thumps, but that's not what you're talking about, right? To the crowd, you can hear everything.
You're getting hit by the PA and all the subs and all that for the crowd. But I'm talking about on stage. When there's nothing hitting you on stage except a little tiny thing in your ear, that's a different feeling when you're playing music.
How do you get excited and jump around and rock out with a crowd if it's just a little bit of noise coming through, right?
That's kind of a versus old school approach, yeah.
I'm sure you guys wear in your monitors or something. I mean, you kind of have to, or just use the stage monitors, right? How do you guys do it when you play?
Stage monitors.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah. You don't really ever want to use in-ears? Or are there situations where a band has to? Like just for, I guess, the atmosphere, like if you're outside or something. Does that matter?
I think for me, I've kicked around the idea just because sometimes the wedges aren't loud enough to hear myself. But I just haven't pulled the trigger on it because I just kind of like it coming off the stage like that. But for singers, it always seems to be a good idea because then you could adjust what you want to hear. Like I just want to hear the guitar or the drum because I mostly go off the drums, believe it or not. So
really,
okay. Yeah,
that's interesting. I didn't know that. My mom said
it depends on the gig too. Commercial gigs and working gigs and small venues, they don't want the bands to have any amps or anything. There'll be a electronic drum set and everything's going through
terrible. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, they're trying to control the sound in the room. So I've had to do those. I don't prefer them.
Those electronic drum sets. I had one for like a week. A buddy let me borrow his, and I just, he's like, well, it's got the real feel pads or whatever. It's like playing a toy set. That's what it feels like to me. There's no energy whatsoever, and it just when you hit it, it sounds like you're hitting plastic, just like as it should. But you're hearing it come through an amp as a cymbal, but you're hitting plastic. That's all you're doing, hitting plastic, and it's wobbly and it's small and it's not the same. I after 2 days, I played it one time. He let me keep it for 5. He's like, you can just keep it for the week. I'm like, all right. I played it the next day and called him and I said, come and get it out of here. It's stupid. It's like it's just. I understand, like it'd be good for maybe practicing, kind of. I don't know how you could practice on that and then go play a regular set. It would feel totally different to me. Because I just can't do it. I was just like, no, not doing it. But I mean, some bands play with it all the time. I guess for I don't know what for, but traveling or whatever. It's easier to maneuver.
Yeah, I wanted to piggyback off of that. It's exactly that. Where not to even mention like the overall sound of electronic drum kits are so sterile.
They're just perfect. They're just perfect.
So to speak. But but like that to me, that's the initial key. Is like the initial feeling of hitting the pad and then transferring over to the acoustic kit is going to be way different. And if you're teaching, it's just like they're like, whoa, I'm not used to this. And the rebound, you have to like adjust and then know how to do that. And
it didn't feel real to me at all. Like because I did look it up, what kind of kit it was, and it was nice. And what you really pay for is the module because it's got all the stuff in it. But they're trying to make the kit actually feel like a kit, and to me, it felt like a practice pad or just a toy set. Because practice pads feel completely different than like a snare, like the rebound and stuff. It's just I don't know who's designing it, but they're not it's like they're going the opposite direction, you know?
Maybe not a drummer.
Probably not, yeah. Some guy in Japan or something.
Yeah.
I got this this lottery ticket. It's called, it said it was new, so limited edition. Went up to $5,000. So let's try to win up to $5,000. If I win $5,000, we'll split it between all of us.
There you go.
What do you think? Is that cool?
Yeah,
Get
that's a
electronic drum.
If I win less than $5,000, it depends on the amount, I'll split it. It says it's a $10 ticket, and it says lots of prizes, $20 to $5,000. If it's 20, then we're not going to make much here. So let's see. Reveal a pumpkin symbol, win prize shown. Let's see. Reveal 10 times, win 10 times, and reveal some kind of symbol. It looks like a pile of poop. All right. I'll always do the bonus ones first. So let's see what those are. We're looking for a pumpkin. I don't have a camera that focuses. Just trust me. It's a scratch off. I'm not cheating. First one's an umbrella.
Switch scratch offs.
The bonus is an umbrella, so we did not win $20. Sorry. But we still have a chance.
Good.
What is that symbol? I can't even see. It's like a. Okay, that's not gonna work. All right. I'm looking for a poop symbol or a 10-time symbol. Okay. First one is chips, like poker chips. So that's not it. I don't know what this one is. It'd be nicer if I had my camera pointed down, but I don't. Sorry. Maybe next time. Next year when you guys are on, I'll have that ready.
Your color analyst is more than enough. We feel like we're there with you.
Yes. I'm just scratching the whole thing now because I have to hold it up to see it. The freaking shapes are too small. I can't see what they are. Okay. I didn't reveal the prizes, so in case there is a winner, I don't know yet. There's no 10X, so we definitely didn't win that. All right. We're looking for a pumpkin, or no. We're looking for whatever that symbol is. It looks like, it's a bat. Okay, so a bat or a 10-time symbol. Chips, card, wallet, gem, pearl, chest, gold, banana, flame, vault, wishbone. I don't know what that is, but it's not a bat. Cheese, armor, and barrel and bank. So we lost.
Boo.
Damn it! Rip off. You know. The odds are.
Sounded like some weird.
Huh?
Sounded like some weird psychological profile you were doing right now. Like word association.
Yes. If you will, right?
If we hear those words again in a certain order, we'll be our sleeper agent status will kick in, and we'll be compelled to kill somebody.
Loser, you know. Okay. Well, I do get. I'll get 1,000 points on the app with that. That I can. You use your points to enter these contests that they have. So, like, you could win like a bunch of promotional scratch-offs or win some cash or something. Sometimes they have trips on there or concerts. You can win tickets.
Do they have a store on there where you can buy stuff with the points?
Not the West Virginia lottery. They don't have that. They just have sweepstakes.
Arkansas had that. That was so goofy to me because it was like the goofiest stuff. Well, no, like you save up the points from the loser tickets.
Yeah,
and then you can get like an igloo ice chest, a real tree.
I mean,
igloo ice chest or something. But you should have just went to Walmart and bought one.
True. Yeah, but you saved up the points for 8 years to get that,
Yeah,
it's like the camel points.
Camel.
See, I do the Marlboro points, and I just bought my dad a drone with my Marlboro points. You're welcome.
Dang.
Yeah, the Zin cans do the same thing. Save your can, save your points.
It's a nice drone too. I almost flew it into my fan in my house because it's got the automatic takeoff and landing. And I was like, I was giving it to him the next day, but I wanted to get it out and see what I could do with it. And so I set it on the coffee table right beside me in the living room. And I was like, all right, I'll just hit that, hit this button to make it go up. And I didn't know how high it was going to go. And there's a ceiling fan that always on above me, always. And it started going up towards that fan. I'm like, I didn't think it was going to stop. And it stopped like that far from the blade, And I hurried up and hit the landing button. And then it got caught on the chair. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? I reached over to get it and it freaking sliced my finger, dangerous. So I gave it to him the next day. I was like, get this thing out of here, you know? All right. Let's see some off stage. What do you think? I got a little a thing I play here before I do it. I need to change it, but it's good for now. The hold on a second. Okay. The music is my band's intro for the only single that we ever released. And it's just a little bit of the synthesizer that I play at the beginning that's behind it. But here that is.
Monitor gain levels. Isolate vocal tracks. Automate reverb. We're headed off stage. Powered by Benjamin Hall Audio Productions.
Yes, if you need anything mastered or mixed, or if you want to go to his house in Pennsylvania, he's got a studio in the basement, and he does phenomenal work. It's BenjaminHallAudio.com. Say good?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. We are going to do... the first game is called LA Native or Transplant. So I'm going to read you a little bit of something, and you tell me if it's from LA or transplanted from somewhere else. You ready? Okay. The French dip sandwich served on a French roll with au jus. Is that from LA or is that a transplant? Shit. I almost dropped my phone.
I'm gonna say LA. Philippe's.
LA.
Yeah.
That is LA. It says
Yep.
originated at Philippe's,
Philippe's.
the original, or Cole's in LA.
Yes.
Or Cole. The argument. Who invented it? Coles or Philippe's?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Do you know?
Coles ain't there anymore, so it doesn't. They're out the equation. They're
It
done.
cancels. It cancels out then. Yeah.
So Philippe's wins.
They're done.
Yeah. Okay. The iconic Hollywood sign, originally reading Hollywoodland. Is that a native or transplant?
Oh, I don't know that one.
That's kind of a tough one.
I don't know though.
Paul says L.A.
LA.
It's L.A. Built as a real estate billboard in 1923. Didn't know that either. And it's supposedly haunted up there. Can't imagine, by who, but... Yeah. Okay. The fortune cookie. Fortune cookie.
Oh,
Anybody?
I'll say import,
Anybody
but
else?
not from China.
Transplant from New York.
That is a native. Invented in
Is it?
California with strong historical roots in early 1900s LA.
Wow.
The old Chinatown.
Okay. Using the before freeway numbers like the 405 or the 101.
I'm gonna say that's LA.
That's LA.
That's too easy.
LA.
That's way too easy. Nobody else calls it that anywhere in any place else around the country.
They do in
first time.
Phoenix. They
Do
do
they?
in Phoenix too.
Well,
yeah.
they're just jealous in Phoenix.
Yeah, and then I moved to Texas after living in Phoenix for so long, and I'm the only one who says it. Everyone corrects me all the time, and I'm just like,
Oh, you say it on
well,
the roads in Texas?
yeah, I'm like, it's the 35. What else would it be?
35.
Yeah.
Just
They're like,
35.
it's Interstate Highway 35.
Oh, that's just being a the four. Yeah, why is it the? Do you guys even know? I mean, it doesn't tell me that, but
Nah.
is there any idea? What?
The
Yes.
freeways out here. The freeway system out here also has names attached to it, like the San Bernardino Freeway, the Santa Ana Freeway, the Hollywood Freeway. So the article just kind of got attached to, people were either saying take the San Bernardino or they'd say take the 10.
You guys could really benefit like promotionally from something like this. Get people to when they're on an interstate, get them to start saying I-405 or whatever if it's an interstate. That way, it's free marketing for you guys. You know?
Some people do say that. Take the I-5, take the I-605. You do hear people say that.
They're talking about you every time.
There it is.
You should do some kind of a promo or something with that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ask
stickers.
the AI, they'll tell you. Stickers, yeah.
Little stickers with our logo and then the 105, 405, 605.
Avocado toast.
Oh, that sounds very LA, but I don't know.
Sounds LA.
Sounds
It
very
sounds
LA.
LA, but it's not.
Mm.
New York,
It's Australia.
Australia.
Did
Popularized
they even grow
Australia
avocados in Australia?
before taking over LA. It was in Australia. What is it?
Do avocados grow in Australia?
I don't even know.
Probably not.
I had a guest on from Australia. Finally, it featured Australia, and I was asking him about koalas, and there's a lot of things he told me about those koalas that I didn't know. Like they have chlamydia and things like that. Like read up about koalas. It's pretty interesting.
Wow.
I mean, it's nuts. Or just watch. Just go back to pyrokinesis on the show, and you'll hear him talking about it. He'll tell you all about it. It's more fun that way. And there's a clip on my Instagram too of that whole sequence. Anyway, all right. The Walk of Fame brass stars on Hollywood Boulevard.
I'm gonna say LA.
I don't know why that wouldn't be LA. You know,
Yeah, it's definitely part of
created
it.
by the 1950 Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
Chamber of Cobb salad, tossed with chopped chicken, bacon, and blue cheese. Cobb salad. Sounds French almost.
Transplant.
Yeah, I don't eat it, so I wouldn't have.
That's a native. That's a native. You don't eat healthy, or you still need that? Still need that.
You say it's native?
It's native, yeah. Invented by at the famous Hollywood Brown Derby restaurant.
Ah.
Cobb salad. All right. Oh, this one's too easy. I'm just going to skip it. It's In-N-Out Burger. Everybody knows that's a native, right?
LA. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Jeez. Hot dog wrapped in bacon with grilled peppers and onions, known as the Danger Dog.
Well, only Mexicans sell it, but I don't know if it came from Mexico, so I'm gonna say it's LA.
It came from Tijuana. Yeah, it came from Tijuana.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't those like Sonoran hot dogs too? You know what they call them? I know that's what they called them in Phoenix, was Sonoran hot dogs.
I call them salmonella dogs.
They give them to you at Diamondbacks games.
Yeah.
All right, one more of these, and then we'll go to game 2. Okay, the neon lit Sunset Strip music clubs, like the Whiskey A Go Go and the Roxy. Is that a
The
name?
neon signs.
Yeah, basically
Let's
neon lit signs. Yeah.
Didn't New York do it first? Isn't Times Square full of neon?
No, it started in L.A. During in Sunset Boulevard, actually.
Oh, well, there you go.
Didn't know that. All right, game 2.
There's a museum out.
Oh, go ahead.
There's a museum. There's a neon museum out here in LA.
Yeah.
Oh, for like signs and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Have you been there?
Hell no.
Live a little, right?
Sounds like a headache ready to happen.
Go there and eat some avocado toast or some shit.
And a salmonella dog.
Yeah, at the same time.
Chlamydia koala burger.
These are, you have to tell me if these things that I tell you about LA are real or fiction. Okay? All right. I'm going to start with, I was reading this during the song, okay? I'm going to start with the earthquake one because we were talking about that. Okay, due to seismic safety regulations passed in the 1980s, no high-rise building in Los Angeles is legally permitted to have a pointed spire or antenna roof. Rough roof, I don't know how you say it, but I say roof. Roofy. Is that fact or fiction?
I'm gonna say fact, but I can't think of any roofs that I've seen with big antennas on them. Could be wrong though.
I think it's fiction.
All right, David, you got what do you got?
I'd say fact. I mean, the only thing I could think maybe big antenna wise, but I don't remember if it's an antenna, would be Capitol Records, but
That is fiction. It says while a flat roof helipad rule existed for decades, it was repealed and pointed spires were never banned. And you just mentioned Capitol Records. There's actually a Capitol Records one on here. The iconic Capitol Records building in Hollywood was specifically designed to resemble a stack of vinyl records on a turntable. Is that fact or fiction?
Fact.
That's a fact.
That's fiction. The architects
Ooh.
and designers confirmed the cylindrical shape was chosen purely for office space efficiency and modern architecture, not to mimic records.
Ah.
Who knew?
Interesting.
Let's see. Back to the Hollywood. Nah, let's not do that. Okay. Okay, this one's pretty good. That's not the one. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Okay. A massive subterranean colony of wild green parrots lives in the old trolley tunnels beneath the city.
Say that again?
A massive subterranean colony of wild green parrots lives in the old trolley tunnels beneath the city.
We do have a lot of parrots, but I'm going to say fiction because I see them in the trees.
That's right. Yeah, wild parrots thrive in the trees and the skies across LA, but not in the underground tunnels.
Okay. Raccoons. We get raccoons in these in the sewers.
Shit.
A lot of raccoons in the sewers, but not parrots.
There's no
Humans.
Yeah, humans. Probably a lot of humans down there. Let's see. There are active camouflaged oil drilling rigs operating across LA disguised as ordinary office buildings, soundproof structures, and fake decorative towers.
Fact.
That is a fact, which is interesting. And it doesn't tell me anything else after it just says fact, so I don't have any knowledge of. I'm going to have to look that up. That's crazy, though. I did not know that. They're drilling oil, camouflaging themselves and drilling oil?
In the middle of neighborhoods.
What? But you never know where they're at because they're disguised.
Yeah.
Dad, are you watching? Did you know that? Because, I mean, that's what we used to do. Just drill.
And we have cell towers that look like trees.
I've seen those. I mean, they have those in South Carolina and stuff, but that's just that's crazy. Just yeah. All right. I can't speak. Any of you speak Spanish?
I do.
Well, I don't know how it would. I'd have to send it to you because I don't know how to say any of this stuff. It was the original founding name of the city. It was officially given as El Pueblo de. You know that.
El Pueblo de los.
Something I don't know. It's a really long name.
Yeah, that's fact.
Okay, yeah. I figured it was. I don't know how it expects me to freaking say all that.
Even the word Los Angeles is Spanish.
Yeah. I mean, it's in that name too.
Yeah.
That's a very long name. Do you know what does it mean? What does it translate to? Do you know?
If I'm not mistaken, it's Pueblo means like the city. That's like what's now Olvera Street in that section.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. See, we already did the parrots. Where did that? Oh, there was another one for. Okay, a network of underground tunnels beneath downtown LA was used during Prohibition to secretly transport alcohol between speakeasies and government buildings.
I'm gonna say fact.
That is a fact because that's happened in other cities also.
Yeah.
I don't think that was just there. I don't think you're special. There's a
We're
good
not
one.
special drunks.
Well, we might end it with this one. I want to leave that one for last, but let me see if there's any. Yeah, we'll do these. Okay, all right. The world's shortest railway, Angel's Flight, is it funicular? Funicular that carries passengers up and down a steep hill in downtown LA, covering just 298 feet of track.
Fact.
I saw that on Google Earth. That's pretty interesting too. That's pretty cool. Have you been on it? Have you ridden it?
No.
Why not?
Probably faster to walk that distance.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, but you could just say you did it. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, you live there. You might as well just. At Pittsburgh, they have those inclines that go up Mount Washington. I mean, they're a lot longer than 298 feet, though. I don't remember. There's two of them that go up and down the mountain. Let's see.
Out to LA, Scott. If you ever come out to LA, Scott, go to Angel's Flight, and when you get to the bottom, cross the street, and you'll be at the Redwood Bar, which is a great local bar that has bands almost every night, and unbelievably, they have the best fish and chips in Los Angeles.
And you guys will be playing that night, the night that I go, right? There.
We'll make sure to be doing a gig just for you, Scott.
Okay.
You let us know ahead of time, and we'll make sure we book it.
I want to do I'll tell you when we're done with the offstage thing. See if you guys think it's a good idea. Okay, two more. LA City Hall once banned the sale and possession of silly string in the Hollywood area on Halloween night, carrying fines up to $1,000.
Yep.
That's back.
Back.
What? No silly string on Halloween? Savages. All right. Here's the last one. Under LA municipal law, it is illegal to kick a toad within city limits.
It sounds so ridiculous, and I'm gonna say fact.
That is indeed a fact. Yes. No toad kicking.
You don't see many toads. Remember back with the late 70s or early 80s, Paul, when we were overrun by toads.
That's
Like,
probably
in
why the law came into effect. Yeah.
A lot of the cities, like where I grew up, it's right next to a riverbed, and you'd see thousands of toads just all over the place. Like you couldn't walk out without stepping on them.
And they all been kicked a couple times. That's why they came up with that law, I'm sure. Yeah.
Mostly squished because they're all little. It was like something out of the Bible.
Before I cross the road to the bar when I come out there, I'm going to kick a toad and then cross the street.
You might have to bring your own toad because
I might do
see them
like
too
a
often.
stuffed toad or something, just punt it across the street.
Yeah, it is. Hey, before we go, what's it called? Mark said something about the food place that's only California. He didn't get to say what it was.
Okay.
Oh, it's Pinks.
Yeah, Pinks.
But I know they have one in Vegas now too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they do.
It's just kind of bastardized now because I went to the mall not too long ago. I forgot which mall. They had a Pinks in the food court, so it kind of like took away the whole vibe of going down to that Hollywood and standing in line with all the hobos.
Nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
So I have this idea. I'll float this. I've never really asked anybody other than Rob. I'm thinking, bands go on tours, and I've followed bands on tours before and done like photography and stuff. What if Keep Many Live went on tour, and I could schedule it to it'd have to be bands I've had on the show already. I think just to make it easier to schedule, and they would already kind of know what's up, and interview them. Not like with my phone or anything, but just kind of have like a mobile kind of setup, and do the show from wherever they want to have it, and then hopefully see them play while I'm there. But do like a tour, but schedule like a band would schedule their tour. I could schedule these. You think that would be, I guess, worth it? I don't know. To me, it would be, but just to do it.
Yeah, definitely. So you're saying you would be on tour to the different cities to see the bands?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I don't think it would be difficult to schedule. Just
count us in.
Okay, and I could make my way to LA. That could be the ending spot of my trip because there's a band up in Portland, Oregon I'd like to go see.
Yeah, and we'll take you to Philippe's for the
how far is Bakersfield from LA? Because I know a band in Bakersfield also.
Ooh,
is that a trip?
Paul? A few hours?
5 hours? 5 hours?
That's I could go there first and then come to LA, right? Because it'd be on the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Portland down to California to Bakersfield and down to LA.
Okay. Or I'll see if they'll have a show with you guys and we'll just do it somewhere.
Yeah, that'll work too.
The Rev. Fish and chips.
The band I'm talking about Bakersfield is, since I'm talking about Bakersfield, they're called Contranistas. They were on a long time ago. I think when I was on Facebook, because I started the show on Facebook, and I talked to them a lot though. It's just two guys. There's a drummer and a guitar player, but he loops everything, and it sounds fantastic. And they play out a lot. I'm pretty sure they played in LA, but Contranistas is what they're called.
I think I've heard of them before. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're really cool guys. But yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Definitely.
I'm thinking maybe spring would be the best. That would give me enough time to plan it out properly. Because that'd be like drive across the country. I want to get an RV or something like that, so I don't have to worry about a hotel and stuff. Be easier to stay. Just within the confines of. Of course, I could rent an RV. They have those RV rent things.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Well, thanks guys for coming back on the show. It's been badass talking to you again. We'll have to do this again.
It's good seeing you guys again.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
Yeah. Thank you guys, man. It's always a lot of fun.
What do you guys have for the people that live out your way and around you guys? What do you have coming up? Maybe they can come see you live, or do you have some more music coming out? I know you just released an album, so that'd be a while. But
yeah, our next release is actually in October. We have in order to stay busy, we have we tell SODEH to give us solid dates like a year in advance, so like 3 months apart. So it keeps us busy. We have a deadline. So our next single is in October. So that's what we're working on right now.
Oh yeah. Is it going to be 60s psychedelia also?
How would you describe that one, Paul?
Actually, it's part of a larger kind of project that we're planning for. It's basically an EP that we want to do at the beginning of next year, to kind of follow up on the album. And this will be kind of like, you know how like Alice in Chains did their first record, and then the first thing they did after that was Sap, and it was more like acoustic kind of lighter songs. Yeah, we've recorded some other songs, and we're going to do 2 new songs and put it together and make an EP. It's going to have like a kind of a different side than what you hear on the album.
Nice. I like that. It's a good idea. I like the idea of getting dates ahead of time like that. That's because it keeps you in the loop and keeps you fresh. Making new things, creating.
Yeah. First, what we were doing is we were recording the song. Then I get a hold of Sam and go, "Oh, we need a date," and he'd have to find us a date. So that we said like, "Okay, just give us dates ahead of time."
Yeah.
So yeah, we know what we got, and it's locked in, and we don't have to worry about it. And just like I said, it keeps us busy. You have that carrot to always chase.
You have any shows lined up, in the near future, I guess, for people to see you live?
Real show? No. I conned the guys into doing
a fake show?
Well, see what happened was, and quick story. So last year there was a church carnival, and my daughter was working the beer garden. So I went to check out the bands, and they're usually cover bands. So I'm there getting my free beer, watching the cover bands, and this original band played, and they were really horrible. So as a joke, I told my wife, like, I'm going to get our band here on next year. And she goes, "Oh, okay." And she started making the calls and everything. And one day she just told me, "Okay, you guys are playing Friday from 7 to 8. And I'm just like, "Where?" The church carnival. So I'm just like, all right, the guys are going to love this one. So it's more of a favor than an actual gig. But
Show's a show, though. You get to play.
So, and then right next to the beer garden. So like, it's perfect.
Perfect.
So yes.
Couldn't have planned that out any better,
That's what I get for shooting off my mouth. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Catholics like to party. So.
Hey, you guys I don't know if anybody watching saw this number back here, but the number changes every show because, it's another show. It helps me keep track of the shows. But Saturday, I will be celebrating episode 400. The 400 of these things. It's been crazy. I'll probably make, instead of saying something on that show, because it's just gonna be another show. That's how I got to that number. It's just another show. But the band that's gonna be on is from Scotland, and they're called Oscura. And I've been getting a lot of bands from Jay Burnett. He owns Reaction Management over in Ireland, and he's been giving me a lot of bands to interview, and they've all been terrific bands, like just very unique sounds, and just they're all different. And Obscure is one of those bands. So that'll be at 4 p.m. on Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Of course, it's always up on YouTube after that when we're done. 400? What?
Yeah.
I should be in a walker by now, right? 6 years and 400 episodes. But I think I'm just going to make a clip of me talking, and just post it to Instagram. That'd be easier, than wasting interview time, They don't care. Those guys don't care. They don't know me. You know who I am,
I don't wait in lines.
Yeah. If there's not a queue, I'm getting where the queue is, and I'm not skipping because. Okay, I'm not going to get into it again. All right. Playing us out of the show is a band that I've had on twice. They're from New York. They're called For Lack of a Term, and I just saw on Apple Music yesterday that they're coming to Pittsburgh in September, so I get to meet them live. I get to meet and watch them play live. And talked to them, I think it was today, and they said, "We'll put your name at the door." I'm like, that's freaking awesome. So I get to see them. September the 18th at Squirrel Hill Sports Bar in Pittsburgh, if you're around in the area. But I'm going up. And then I might go see All Them Witches. You ever heard of All Them Witches?
Yes.
All Them Witches, I think they're from Tennessee or something. They're playing in Pittsburgh, I think in October. I think I might go into that one. Big one. Anyway. And then I'm going on tour next spring, and I'm going to see Damn it. I'll let you know.
Fish and chips. Yes, sir.
Fish and chips.
French dips.
Hey, Mark, you'll be on Saturday, right?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Cool. I'll send you the stuff. All right. For lack of a term, I think they dropped a new EP. Yeah, they did. The EP is called Recalibrate, and so is the song. So that's what we'll listen to on the way out. And you guys are welcome to stick around if you're able. I'll give you a proper goodbye in a few. And thank you all for watching. Episode 400 is Saturday at 4. That actually worked out pretty good because they picked the time, you know. Episode 400 at 4. You know, of course, over there it's like nighttime, like 9 o'clock or something like that. But whatever. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Good, Mark.
I need a minute or maybe several to recalibrate. I'm not thinking straight, just found a way back in my brain. That purple stain, I won't go away. It's like I'm begging for it, I'm begging for it, I'm begging for it. At least that's what I told myself. But all it took was just one touch, just enough to fuck me up. My sober days pour down the drain.